guys, welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video I'm going to be doing a what I've been reading, graphic novels and comic book wise. I did one of these videos a few months ago and since then I've actually read quite a lot of comics and graphic novels, so I'm just going to get straight into it. So starting off with, then I have Teen Titans. I've read books 1 and 2, so this is the 2003 Geoff Johns Teen Titans, and yeah, I loved both of these issues. Especially what I really enjoyed about it was sort of seeing the teens like sort of being superheroes, but also getting to look at their personal lives as well and how they were coping, like balancing everything. I thought that one was, was quite interesting seeing that like covered. So but yeah, so that was yeah, Teen Titans 2003. Definitely, yeah, also definitely interested in continuing on with this series. I do have book 3, but I haven't. Yeah, and I've since also got the like the omnibus of Geoff Johns' run of Teen Titans. So I've still got a bit of issues to catch up to, but I have been enjoying making my way through the series. And then I also read Lock and Key Volume 1, Welcome to Lovecraft, I think that's how you say name. I read Volume 1 because I was interested in the TV show. I haven't got to the TV show yet, but I'm still interested, especially based on this first volume. Like, it was very dark and creepy and that, but I'm definitely interested in the mystery and seeing where the story is going to go, so I'll definitely be continuing on with Lock and Key. And then the first of this current like comic book series I'm actually caught up to, and that is Red Hood and the Outlaws. I've read like I'm up to issue 47, I think is the current issue to come out, and I love Red Hood and the Outlaws. Well, even though it's Red Hood Outlaw now at the moment because it changed the title midway through the run, but yeah, I love these characters, and yeah, like Jason Todd and Artemis and Bizarro and their interactions, and yeah, at the moment it's all with the current battle that they're gearing up towards, so about to face off against Trigon, or he's like about to emerge. So yeah, definitely it's been a bit of a journey with this series, but it's one that I love. And yeah, it's like this bit because I know there's actually been a bit of controversy with the author, with the author of this series. So I know he's leaving at issue 50, but I think I've heard rumors that they're going to be relaunching all the Bat Family titles. So see where if like what's in store for Red Hood in the future. But yeah, definitely like I still love Red Hood and the Outlaws. So that one, and then I sort of been reading like some older stories because I went back and read Doom Patrol book 1. This is Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol. Really love this one. Yeah, I haven't got to book 2 yet because yeah, I've been trying to catch up on current series, so I haven't focused so much on the older stuff now at the moment, but I do plan to eventually go back and read the rest of Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol because yeah, series 1 was like really bizarre and weird and fantastic, and yeah, just want to read more. So especially with the TV show because I want to get into the show, but yeah, I wanted to sort of read some more comics first, but yeah, I definitely loved the first lot of issues I read of that. So, and then I read Robin, the 80th anniversary 100-page I think it's spectacular, I think that's the full one of that. I thought this was like just a fun well, I wouldn't say maybe not fun because there's one story in particular that like gave me all the feels, but I sort of did like how it like looked at each you know, character who's taken on the Robin mantle. I mean, obviously there was more from Dick Grayson because he was the first Robin, but then we sort of saw all like, you know, from when he was Robin, and then when he was Agent 37, and then yeah, when he's Nightwing. So sort of seeing like the different takes on his era, and then yeah, we sort of saw Jason Todd, his story that was the one that gave me all the feels, with the watch. That was just, not what I was expecting, but yeah, so he's sort of just, and then we like went to Tim Drake's, Stephanie Brown, Damian Wayne, so yeah, it was sort of, yeah, I thought, yeah, interesting look at all the different Robins, so that one, and then I read some of my absolute favourite stories that I've read, and that is Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, volumes 2 and 3. This is one of my favourite series now, and yeah, it's just a blast just reading it, sort of seeing, yeah, the interactions with Batman and the Ninja Turtles, especially in the third one. I thought was done quite like it was rather interesting, when all the histories were messed up and that, and it was, yeah, definitely an interesting origin take, but yeah, I loved this world, and yeah, rather sad that it's like this current run's finished at the moment, but so we have that one, and then I've read Star Wars, Obi-Wan and Anakin. This is this took place between Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, because I'm always interested in reading more prequel stories and sort of seeing the characters before, like especially in the early prequel ones. This one was okay. It wasn't like anything spectacular, but it was a decent quick read, so that one. And then I read Batgirl Robin New One, and this is, yeah, I thought this one was like also a great origin story for these two characters, and sort of seeing like how they evolved into their roles, especially in the, like, you know, year one, early years, and sort of the challenges that they had to overcome. And yeah, it was especially interesting with Batgirl, like with Barbara deciding to take on the role, because just with all the obstacles she was facing and things like that. So I thought it was, yeah, definitely an interesting, like, parallel, or not parallel, like juxtaposition with how they sort of showed how Robin started out, and then how, like, Barbara started out. So, and that one. And then I got caught up on the main Batman rebirth story. So I've read, I think there's a couple of crossover issues that I haven't got to yet, but I read the overall main story. So yeah, really enjoyed this run. I will admit it did start to get a little weird towards the end there, especially in the lead up to City of Bane, which I think was a lot of the main controversy with this story arc. But yeah, I did think it was like it started off really strong, and then yeah, it did start to get a bit weird in the I think it was the 70s, early 80s issues, and then yeah, and then when James, because like Tom King did the first half, and then it was is it James Tynion the Fourth, I think so you say his name, because I've really actually loved everything that he's actually written, because he did the Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series. So I've been really enjoying his actual take on the Batman story, especially in the lead up to Joker War with everything that's happening there. I did enjoy Tom King's run for the most part, as I said, but yeah, just I think as it got towards the end, it just, yeah, veered off a little. And I think if I wasn't like binging it, don't know if maybe it would have held my interest as much, but it was still like a great overall series. But yeah, just that little period in the middle just went a bit weird, too weird for my liking. But yeah, so I'm caught up on Batman story, and then I went back and read an older story arc, and that was Batman Hush. This was fantastic, and it sort of actually made me really appreciate the Batman Catwoman relationship, and I'm actually found that I'm actually quite liking their relationship. I've become a bit of a shipper myself, so that was interesting. Yeah, it's yeah, and I also liked this one because it was like the overall arching mystery behind it, and sort of seeing like watching Batman try to figure out what was going on, and because this story takes place, I think, just before Batman Under the Red Hood, so you sort of, it was interesting sort of seeing the hints for that to start to appear. So yeah, this was, yeah, Batman Hush was definitely a great story. So that one. And then I read Batman Detective Comics. I read volumes 2 to 9, and then I got caught up on single issues, so this is another one that I'm completely caught up on as well. So yeah, I really loved Batman Detective Comics, because sort of again with James Tynion IV, I loved his run, because that was basically what I was after when I started getting into the comics. I loved sort of the whole team up aspect, and yeah, sort of with the initial team like lineup with you know, you had Orphan. I was just trying to remember the name. Like, you had Orphan, Batwoman, Clayface, like that whole team up. Like, I loved that whole aspect of it. Sort of post with because I know like the following issues, like they set up Batman and the Outsiders, which I thought was interesting as well. But yeah, I think because that was like the run that got me hooked into it. I didn't love the later stuff just as much, but I'm still really enjoying Detective Comics. But yeah, I think because, as I said, I've been binging it, so once it's now gone to waiting for monthly issues, it's sort of, yeah, it's been a bit of a different experience, so, but yeah, so caught up on Batman Detective Comics. Then another series that I'm completely caught up on is Batman Beyond, which is another one of my favourites. I love the futuristic Gotham, and yeah, Terry as Batman, and yeah, that whole like his relationship with Bruce and his brother, and sort of everything that's going on there. And also because Batman Beyond has just introduced Batwoman into the lineup, and is now Dick Grayson's daughter. It's Elena, I think that's Elenia. Yeah, she's now in the process of becoming Batwoman, so I'm very interested to see where the series goes with that. So, and then obviously at the moment, she got the Damien being ousted from the League of Assassins, and got they're going to be proving to be a bit of a threat. So, yeah, so I caught up on Batman Beyond. Then I read the first 2 volumes of Batgirl. This is probably going to be one of the next series I actually properly binge, because I did, yeah, really enjoyed like these 2 volumes of Batgirl. I haven't really, aside from Batgirl Year 1, I haven't really read anything else related to her, so I sort of did like sort of like, because the first volume it was like Barbara just travelling and sort of trying to like find herself, and then now she's come back home and it's like things have changed, and you know, people have moved on with their lives, and she's sort of like, you know, what am I doing here, and you know, where do I fit into all this? So I thought that was quite an interesting take on that, and yeah, and obviously when she's doing her investigations and things as well. So yeah, did enjoy the first 2 volumes. I will definitely get back into Batgirl at some point soon, so that one. And then I read Dark Days Road to Metal, because I wanted to read Dark Knight's Metal, I think is the name of the event, which I have actually read as well. So I've read, yeah, so I read the prelude, which, to be honest, aside from the first 2 stories, which was basically setting up the overall mystery, I don't think I needed to really bother with the rest, because they were like, you know, the 4th and 5th issues in a story arc, and some of it was a bit hard to follow, because obviously I haven't read the first part of it, but yeah, the first 2 stories were really good that set it up, but the rest, yeah, didn't really care for all that much, but yeah, and then the overall Dark Knight's Metal event, I also really enjoyed that one. So because I am reading this, I think this one's called Death Metal, I'm pretty sure, so because that's the one I'm currently, like, I am keeping up issue to issue, so as it comes out, so got that one. And then another series I've actually been I'm caught up with, because it started releasing this year, and that is Batman The Adventures Continue. So this is from the animated show, and yeah, I've read all 7 issues that have come out so far. I really enjoy this. This is a lot of fun, because this is the I watched the Batman animated show for the first time this year, and so this is all like been a new experience for me, but I really do enjoy the Adventures Continue story, especially because it's introducing characters who weren't introduced in the TV show. So we're seeing Jason Todd and sort of what his deal is in this universe, and we just had Deathstroke. He had a major story arc, so yeah, it's just been a lot of fun reading this one. So, and then I ended up catching up to a couple of Marvel titles. So I read the first 25 issues of Venom, which my only previous exposure to Venom was the movie, and I really enjoyed the movie, but I didn't know really anything about like the actual background to it. But this was such a fantastic series because it's yeah, I sort of love seeing Eddie and his relationship with the symbiote and all of the chaos that happens with it, and yeah, and then it's sort of delving more into his personal life, and then yeah, with some of the bigger Marvel events that were happening during this run. So yeah, it definitely has inspired me to want to read, to get more into Marvel, and particularly more Spider-Man, and that I'm sort of interested in that based on what I've read in Venom. So who knows, maybe down the line that'll be my next catch up. But yeah, I did read Venom, and then I also read the first 11 issues of Black Cat. So this one was just a lot of fun. It's like her going on different heists and her interactions with the different Marvel characters, like the Fantastic Four showed up, and there's like Doctor Strange and things like that. So yeah, this one was just a really fun, lighthearted series to read. So as a Black Cat, and then I got caught up on the Teen Titans. So that was because that one was an interesting one as well, because for the first, because they changed the team lineup halfway through the run, and I was a bit, because when I got to that issue I was like, wait, what happened to the other characters? But it took a bit to get used to the the later lineup, but I find I really do enjoy the characters and their interactions, and yeah, this is and because especially with what Damien and has been having the Titans doing, because there's a whole thing with that, he's having his own prison for their criminals, and yeah, and especially since I think in the most recent issue Batman's found out now what's been going on, so there's going to be a big showdown. So yeah, I'm definitely intrigued to see where Teen Titans go, but I really enjoyed making my way through this story. And also I think his name's Roundhouse, I'm pretty sure that's the character's name. I love his character. I mean, yes, he did get he was I'd say probably with his story arc, because he did some pretty shady stuff, but I still love his character, with all the geeky references and things like that. And yeah, it's just with what happened in that story arc, it's a bit a bit unexpected, but yeah, it's definitely interesting sort of dealing with seeing the fallout from that. But yeah, said Teen Titans is just, yeah, a series I love, so that one. And then going back into some Marvel, I read the first 5 issues of Thor. Yeah, so this one's sort of been interesting because he's now got Galactus, I think it is, and he's got to, because basically he's the only one who can save the universe from disappear, being destroyed. So it's been interesting with that one. I read the first 2 issues of Strange Academy, just a fun magical series, a bit Harry Potter-esque as well, so sort of seeing that that side of Marvel. So yeah, so that one. And then I read volumes 5 to 7 of Power Rangers. I've been really getting back into the Power Ranger series, so yeah, sort of seeing more world building from this, and basically they're about to have a showdown with Lord Dracon, I think it is, because he's basically, it's a whole multiverse event. So I'm definitely intrigued to see how this is going to play out. So yeah, love Power Rangers. I love this updated take on the show, because it's basically in modern times, but it's still got the same feel of the 90s show, and yeah, you sort of see more character development with the characters, and yeah, it's just been great getting to sort of revisit this world. So, and then I read sort of more Marvel. I read the first 5 issues of Deadpool. This was actually a lot of fun because I do actually like Deadpool as a character, and yeah, sort of with all the different like reading his not so much I guess commentaries, because it's like he's very like meta and fourth wall breaking, so it's sort of seeing that on display. It's been a lot of fun, and yeah, since he's now basically king of the monsters, it's sort of been interesting with that aspect. But yeah, I really did enjoy these first 5 issues, so I'm curious to see what else is in store for Deadpool. And then the last one that I have to talk about is Nightwing. I'm up to I've read from issues 9 through to, I think I'm up to issue 48, because that's where I'm currently. So I am aware of what's about to happen, because I think it's basically, I'm really curious to see what I think of this upcoming arc that I'm about to get into, since I know it's been very controversial, the whole Rick Grayson arc. But yeah, so will be curious to report back on my own thoughts on this. But yeah, Nightwing is definitely a series that I'm trying to get caught up to with Joker War, because that's playing quite a bit of a tie-in to that. So hopefully in the next few days I will get caught up, because I'm about 20 issues I think behind the current one, so I think it's pretty doable, so we'll see what happens there. But anyway, that is all the comics and graphic novels that I've read in the past few months. As you can see, I've been yeah, binging quite a bit on comics, so yeah, and I've sort of delved into a bit of Marvel, and I'm trying to sort of expand on the different types that I'm reading. So there's I mean, most of it is still DC, because that is predominantly my current interest in getting caught up in the current DC comics. But yeah, I've been enjoying like making my way through the older stuff as well. But yeah, hopefully I do have plans to go back to the older stuff, but yeah, as I said, at the moment I'm just trying to get caught up to as many current issues as I can. So yeah, sort of stay more up to date with what's happening. But yeah, so I'm just going to stop it here. Thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye!